Welcome back. Today, we're breaking down a technique for writers who are tired of staring at a blank page. It's called the 1 fact, 3 fiction rule. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to use it immediately. Let's get into it. At its core, this technique is about combining something real with something imagined. Think of it as an anchor and sail method. The fact is your anchor. It keeps your story grounded, emotionally honest, and believable. The fiction is your sail. It takes the story somewhere unexpected, somewhere readers couldn't go on their own. The reason this works so well is simple. When a story is rooted in truth, even just a small detail, readers trust you. And once they trust you, they'll follow you anywhere, even into the impossible. There are 2 versions of this rule, and we're going to walk through both of them with examples. Method 1, 1 fact, 3 fiction. This version works best for sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. You take one small seed of truth from your life and surround it with the impossible. Here's the recipe. Start by picking one real detail. Make it small and specific, something from your own life. The more ordinary it seems, the better. Then add 3 fictional elements. Change the world, change how things work, and change what's at stake. Let's walk through an example. Fact: I used to work the night shift at a quiet gas station. Now add the fiction. Fiction 1. The gas station is located on a floating asteroid. Fiction 2. Instead of fuel, I sell time in liquid form. Fiction 3. If a customer doesn't pay, I have to hunt them down through different dimensions to get the time back. Notice what just happened. You have a fully formed premise. It's weird, it's original, and it has built-in conflict, all from one real detail. Here's another one, even simpler. Fact: I used to walk home alone from school. Fiction 1. The streets reset and rearrange themselves every night. Fiction 2. A shadow has been following me and getting closer. Fiction 3. Everyone else has disappeared. The story writes itself. Every day after school, you walk the same route home, but nothing looks the same as it did the day before, and you're starting to realize you're not as alone as you thought. The formula is easy to remember. Pick a fact, change the rules, add danger or mystery, and raise the stakes. Method 2. 3 facts, 1 fiction. Now let's flip it. This version leans heavily on your own lived experience, which actually makes it easier for a lot of writers. It's perfect for magical realism or contemporary thrillers, stories where everything feels real except for one extraordinary, unsettling thing. Here's how it works. You use 3 facts. This can be a setting, a character detail, or a real relationship or dynamic from your life. Then you introduce just one impossible element that cracks the reality open. Here's an example. Fact 1. I have a younger brother. Fact 2. We used to argue a lot. Fact 3. We shared a bedroom. And the 1 fiction: he can erase memories. Now the story is this. My little brother and I share a room, and every time we argue, he makes me forget why. I keep finding myself apologizing for things I don't even remember doing. That's unsettling in a way that feels deeply personal, because it is 3 completely real things and 1 fictional element that reimagines all of them. Here's a second example to show you how flexible this method is. Fact 1. I live in a house with a squeaky 3rd step on the stairs. Fact 2. I'm an amateur astronomer who spends nights on the roof. Fact 3. My younger sister is obsessed with old radio plays. The 1 fiction. One night, her vintage radio starts broadcasting the internal thoughts of the people I'm watching through my telescope. That's a full short story concept, and possibly a novel, built from 3 everyday details and 1 impossible twist. So, why does the 3 facts version feel easier? The reason the 3 facts, 1 fiction method feels more natural is simple. Real details create trust. When you write about a squeaky stair, the reader can feel it. It's too specific to be made up. Once the reader trusts the small stuff, they'll believe you when the strange stuff shows up. A few tips before you try this yourself. Don't ignore boring details. The best facts are often the dull ones. The feel of a specific pen, a dream you keep having, a weird habit you've never explained to anyone. Those details work really well. Also, try using contrast. If your fact is sad, try making the fictional part strange or funny. If your fact is happy, try adding something dark. That contrast creates tension, and tension keeps readers hooked. Here's a challenge for you. Think of one small, specific thing from your week, something ordinary. That's your fact. Now build 3 made-up elements around it, or flip it and use 3 real things with 1 impossible twist. Either way, you've got a story idea, maybe more than one. The blank page isn't a creativity problem, it's a starting problem. Now you have a way to start. If this helped, give it a like and save it for the next time you're stuck. More writing tips coming soon.